Hello and welcome to the show. We're here on a BeamNG drive with 3 more vehicles taking on the rather challenging and rather punishing American descent. We start with a very turquoise car. This is the SBR4. It is a high spec model, not quite to the full hill climb car. I'm sure that'll have a turn at some point. This a still kind of road going version, just a very fast version. Of course, we have got, as you can see with the wheels, we've got the mandatory wheels and the off-road tyres ready to take on this course. Now, last time out we had a sunburst go very quickly, and that's going to catch me out. I was even prepared. I was prepared in the way that the sunburst suddenly approached that corner way faster than everything else, and this is even faster than the sunburst. Oh dear. Maybe it's only the drive shaft. Apparently the drive shaft to the front wheels as well that's gone. This might actually still drive. Doesn't really steer. Are we going to have another car? Can this beat the Pazima's crashed, 59-second run? Maybe if it could actually... Come on, steer your way across the line, SBR4. No, it's missed the finish line. It's not going to make it. Bugger. That's a big shunt. Very fast, can get you into a lot of trouble, but if you get everything right, well, all of that power, all of that acceleration is going to be good, but when you get it wrong, you're going to do that. Oh, there's a few millimetres the wrong side of the exit of Daytona there. Just a few, it was enough to clip that back wheel on the terrain. And yeah, those sort of speeds, that sort of angle, you're always going to go tumbling over. I mean, the car does actually still work and might even manage to pull its way back up. Although it's going to get stuck in this little ravine bit. If we don't get it changed down right, it will stall the car very easily through some of these hairpins. Now, the killer lot jumps. Oh, it's all bounced and wobbled. It's all wobbled. It was all wrong across the first part. Bad for the second part. Splat on the roof and into the bowline stream. Come on, car. Out. Oh, I thought it was going to... Oh, I thought it was going to make it out before the engine flooded. Not quite. Not quite. The bowline stream has claimed another victim. Sliding up through Panorama is a little bit sketchy. Oh, that's not good. I lost the back end on the way up Panorama. I thought we could get away with it. We kind of did for a little while. We kind of made it over Panorama, but then we hit the crest. Now, again, it slowly does it over Panorama. Not only is it careful on the brakes, it is Panorama and the killer lot jumps are dangerous, and in fact, that time it was slowly across them, so we had a small crash, rather than quickly across them, so we had a big crash. Still had a crash, annoyingly. Bugger. Well, I'm not sure how many times I am going to have told myself to be earlier on the brakes. I'm not apparently listening very well to myself. Eventually, I will figure out where we can and where we can't be quite so fast with this car. Maybe the exit of Daytona, a little bit of a risky place. We will sort of throw it into Hammond's hairpin. Decent amount of speed in all of that. We've got the traction to get away with that through these turns now. Panorama and towards the killer lot jumps is where we've got to be very careful, and I am not certainly going to be full throttle across there. That's where you get into trouble. This time around, we are not too early or too late on the brakes. Down here, let's really try and get the car slowed. That's more like it. Okay, up towards Sebring we go. Now, we have been having some luck with truck cars in sideways to avoid the bumps causing too many issues. This car is not going to like the bumps, I do know that much. So, yeah, definitely chucking it sideways to try and avoid issues would be a good idea. Okay, just don't cut to go, and then the run to the line. We really do not want to cut in this car. It bounces around, no end. It's a little bobbly across the dirt, but not too bad. Here we go. It's a lot of speed across the finish line. The Caravan is disintegrated, in fact. Good hit. Good hit from the SBR4. I mean, it's quite a buckled SBR4 now when you... It's quite a buckled SBR4. You can't really see too much out of it when you're in cockpit view, but good disintegration on the Caravan. It almost It's almost a clean disintegration, not quite enough speed to punch the trailer entirely clear, but there we go. Yeah, the bumps were trouble for the supercar. However, I have a sneaky suspicion its sheer power, its sheer acceleration right over the course of that run have been enough. Whether it's enough to beat the Sunburst, I don't know, but I think it is going to set a pretty damn fast time. Our next vehicle to go is the Sandstorm Buggy. This, the Off-Road Pro version of the vehicle. There is two Mighty Wings, because one Mighty Wing is not enough on this. There are two. One at the back, one at the front. I'm hoping that'll give us many downforces, and then we will be very fast down this course. Now, because this is kind of a specialist off-road vehicle, I'm not running it on the control wheel, if you like, or control wheel / control tyre. This will have off-road tyres to begin with, so should be comparable. Hopefully, should be pretty quick. How controllable is going to be an interesting... Oh god, it should be pretty quick. Yeah, it's insanely fast accelerating. Insanely fast accelerating down towards turn 1. Oh, okay, brakes are very good as well. The brakes are monstrously powerful on this. Acceleration is crazy. It's quite oversteery though, and that's a tree. Don't mind me, I'm just saying hello to trees. It's rivaling the SPR4 in terms of acceleration. Now it should be good across the bumps here, but I'm all wonky. Nope. It will be good across the bumps. I mean, see what the suspension's been doing, it's okay. However, you do need to at least hit the bumps at a vaguely sensible angle. Not like we did. Oh. Again, kind of pushing the limits of what I can and can't get away with in this. I don't think we can recover there, though. Oh, still too fast. That's a inconvenient place to have a tree, I shall be honest. Very inconvenient place to have a tree. Yeah, the brakes are good. Still ask too much of them, though. Trying to find that happy medium, trying to find that middle ground where that speed is. Oh, is not easy. Kilolot jumps got us again. Oh, we didn't quite. We tumbled into the water, tearing one of the front wheels off. Well, Not quite sure what happened there. Sure. Now, Sebring we shouldn't have had any problems with last time around. Oh, that's a silly line by me. God damn it. I'm not doing a good job with these corners. I'm apparently very good at turning in way too early. And now we spin to win. Well, maybe spin to win. Come on, keep going. Hey! Oh, we're going to shred all the tyres again, aren't we? There we are. Ah, that's an impressive donut machine. Oh, we're going to lose the back end through Sebring, are we? No, it is actually nicely... Oh, it was nicely done through Sebring. Managed to have a crash in a straight line. That was too eager to get on the power. Too eager to get on the power. Spent a lot of time upside down this. So, I was kind of driving this buggy under the impression that it might be rear-wheel drive, but that isn't the case. It is actually all-wheel drive, despite the huge amounts of oversteer we have going on, sorry. It is all-wheel drive. I don't know how much power is going to the front wheels. I imagine perhaps not a huge amount. Oh dear, in fact, to be fair to the buggy, I'm not even sure the tyres are quite know what to do with this amount of power. It doesn't actually turn into the corners massively well. It does get stopped very well, but it doesn't really turn into the corners great, and then we have a lot of oversteer when we try and use the power. It might just be too much power for the buggy's tyres to deal with here. It's better through the hairpin. Now, Sebring, the suspension in this should be good enough to deal with it, but it has been catching us out quite a bit. I think it's just the bouncing it up into the air. That's the problem now. brakes should be good down here at least for slowing the buggy down, and indeed it is. Just don't cut to go. Again, it's a little bit bumpy down this section, but that should not be a problem at all for a racing buggy. It's a wheelie across the stream, and it is not bad destruction to the caravan as we get the sandstorm across the line. We've kind of impaled a tyre in a peculiar manner. Not quite sure why that's managed to do that, but there we go. Oh, we've now really broken that. Oh god, I've just seen what we've done to the spring. Oh dear. Oh, it's now going to eat the caravan. Go on, buggy. Go on, buggy. You can do this. Hold on. We're securing neutral, and then can we? Nope. I think we've well and truly wedged ourselves in the caravan. Oh, yeah. This is not the easiest vehicle to drive. Ferociously fast, but does struggle on the grip side of things. It can carry okay amounts of quarter speed, but huge power available is quite terrifying. You've got to be very, very gentle with everything in the vehicle if you want to, well, just make it to the bottom of the course. The final vehicle to run down this course today is the FR17. This, the off-road version of the vehicle. Well, as off-road as a Formula 1 car ever gets. It has got, again, can't run on the custom tyres. I've broken the camera trying to do something clever with it, whoopsie. It can't run on the mandatory wheels that we have been running on other vehicles. However, again, this is with its own version of off-road tyres, as close as it is going to be getting. And I'm going to be trying to get this down a dirt road. I don't know what the grip is going to be like in this car. I know how insanely fast the FR17 is when it comes to a tarmac road, but don't know how insanely twitchy it's going to be on the dirt. The answer is very. Oh, we have rolled and tumbled and broken our car at Hammond's hairpin. It's not on fire yet, which I guess is a bonus. But one of our wheels is not even circle anymore. That's how much damage we've done. The good news with this is, it has still got pretty good grip through the corners. Sebring, too fast. Too fast and too kind of aggressive, I guess, at cutting the corner. We haven't had a roll, not that way anyway through Sebring. We've kind of rolled on the exit where we've fallen in the ditch there, and we've rolled off of that mound over there. But this has got a lot of grip. I mean, that's 80 miles an hour through Daytona. But it's trying to keep control of everything, because it does that, it goes for a spin. Just a millimetre too much throttle movement, not even that, it's the tiniest throttle movement. It's so little is needed to get into huge trouble with this car. There is no forgiveness. Sometimes it's a little spin, sometimes it's a tremendous crash. There are areas of this track where the car does really struggle, and there are areas just to get a clean run where you're going to have to be a little bit cautious, because that is so easy to do that with the throttle. There is no shenanigans with this car. You can't chuck the FR17 around the corners, because me being incredibly careful and it still spins. Look at that. That damage is... damage to the tyres is impressive. Yeah. It's a brutal machine, but what else would you expect from a rally Formula 1 car? I actually know why I'm changing down gear so much. No, oh, bloody hell, I've done the same thing. That wasn't even a ludicrous power manoeuvre. That was literally, I went to change up gears so that we would have, well, higher gears, easier to manage the throttle, but the gear change was enough to unsettle the car with what I was doing. I would have been better leaving it in bloody second. We've ended up in the bowline stream again and eating our rear wing, goddammit. Well, the previous vehicles today did plenty of rolls. The FR17 is going to fill the spin quota, and then I think we will have done all the different sorts of crashes that we might need for a Beam video. That's not fun moment. That was a terrifyingly close. I thought we were going to have a very big accident again at turn 2. We got away with running over the edge of the cliff there, but only just. That's quite a lot of speed over Panorama. Like, this car has the power to be fastest at any point on the circuit, and it does have the traction if you've got it sorted out. Even being rear-wheel drive it does have the traction to get up to a record speed anywhere. However, there are places where you just can't bring it back down from that record speed, or you can't take the corner you're approaching at that sort of record speed, because it's just too unsettled across the bumps and the nasty stuff. Don't cut is the final corner to come. There's another big oversteering moment. Will we get it down? Oh, it's through the river. We have got it through all of that up towards the finish line. It's 90 miles an hour as we disintegrate the caravan. We managed to do an interesting thing to the nose of the car. Somehow we've managed to disintegrate the nose, but not the wing. That's an caravan. That is an impressive magic trick. That is an impressive magic trick. Actually, where did the nose go? The caravan's over there. Where did the nose cone of the Formula 1 car end up? Did it end up in the... I guess that might be it there. Might be that. Possibly. It might be a little bit of texture bug going on with that. Either way. That's pretty impressive. I think it might be one of the best distances we've got on the wreck of the caravan. Yeah, Formula 1 car, down a rally stage, even with its best equipment in terms of rally tyres. Incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult. However, we did make it down. And will that speed in between the tricky, twitchy corners be enough to see it go to the top of the leaderboard? On to the results, and we have a new leader. The FR17 breaks the record down this course by a fair margin. Doesn't quite go sub 1 minute, but is, yeah, pretty damn close. Despite its difficulties in terms of, well, controllability, its outright acceleration, and its pretty decent speeds around the corners, and, you know, did just about survive the bumps, is enough to get it to the top of the table. The Sunburst will remain in second, however the RG Sandstorm, that will claim third. The Buggy, mighty under brakes and was very fast accelerating, but difficulties in putting the power down and general difficulties through the corners means that it is a second down on the Sunburst. Still quite good fun to drive it down here. The SBR4 will take 5th place, a very fast episode, this one. The SBR4 on 12.4. It is only a fraction down on the I-Series rally car. Beats the ETK 800 series, the Covet, the D-Series. Solid vehicle. For a non-rally spec car, that is a pretty good time. That, though, is going to be it for this episode. As ever, I will link all the mods used so you can download them, have a go with them yourself. But thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.